Hello, hello, financial friends. This is Last Week in Finance. Today is November 22 of 2020. Let's go right to the numbers. The S&P 500 slightly down this week, 0.77%. Right now the S&P 500 is at 3,557 points. It will continue these bullish tendencies until when? We all know that the market is overpriced, and there is two ways that this thing is gonna come up. Either it's gonna go way down, at least 50% down in the next few years, or the Fed is gonna keep printing money and it's gonna be, of course, going up, but adjusted for inflation. We don't know yet. The DXY, the US dollar index, also went down this week, slightly down 0.39%. Right now, the DXY is at 92 points. Gold also went down this week, 0.87%. Right now, the ounce of gold is at $1,873 per ounce. Now, gold, in theory, should go up. It went way up this year at the between the second and the third quarter to the 1800s. Actually, at some point it was over 2000 and it stagnated at those prices. As usual, silver, who keeps the pace of gold, went down 2% this week. Right now, the ounce of silver is at $24.17. Dr. Copper, let's see what Dr. Copper says. And right now is bullish. Went up this week 2.80%. Right now, the pound of copper is at $3.26. The West Texas, the oil, went up 6% this week. And right now, the barrel of crude oil is at $42.48. Now, which both of them, copper and oil, are telling us is it's supposed to be a macroeconomic recovery. We don't know yet if that's the case. Let's see how it develops the rest of the year. The 10-year, the US Treasury bond, the yield right now is at 0.829%. Very low, but went slightly up this week, 1.41%. Of course, we all know, if you're listening to this, the the 10-year is scam right now. Every US bond is a scam right now. You're losing in real terms, adjusted for inflation. You're not keeping up with inflation. So it's a bad bet right now. I know some people that they're speculating to make money on bonds. I'm not a bond guy, that's not my thing. I will suggest that you stay away from bonds for the moment. But of course, the big news this week is Bitcoin. Yes, yes, I know that you were anxious to get to the cryptocurrencies in general, but Bitcoin went up this week almost 17%. Wow, it's bullish to say the least. I've always been bullish this year with Bitcoin. Right now, the price of one Bitcoin is at 1805 $18,507.60. Sorry. So it's close to the 19,000 mark and is is getting closer to the historically high, which is around a little bit less than $20, the $20,000. Okay. what is going on with Bitcoin. Of course, people is losing faith of using the US dollar as a store value. Not only that, we are seeing the same thing with the euro and other hard currencies. What's going on? Of course, we know this year with the pandemic and such, the central banks start printing money, printing funny money, printing fake money in order to capitalize the people who are not working or the companies that are close to be bankrupt if they don't get financiation right away, and of course that depreciates the value of each currency, and people are looking for safe havens. Usually, they just go straight to gold. It's a defensive hedge investment strategy. Gold stagnated, and now people are looking something that is defensive, but at the same time can return some yield. Bitcoin, I'm not sure. For me, is more than a defensive investment strategy. Is a speculation. I'm bullish. I'm bullish on Bitcoin, and I started being bullish at the beginning of this year. I don't know what's gonna happen, but I can tell you this: it's a nice speculation. It's something, not even a speculation. If you use a very small percentage of your portfolio, you are located in Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. That is between a, it's an educated guess. It's an educated speculation, but that's it. Bitcoin could reach a million. Actually, it's one of my predictions that I had for this year and the next 10 years to come. Bitcoin could reach 1 million. I know it sounds far-fetched, but at the same time, I don't see it that far-fetched right now. The market cap of Bitcoin is around 200 billion, still small, and people are starting to adopt them. Yeah, right now Bitcoin is not some crazy instrument that a geek in a basement is gonna buy. Right now, big hedge funds, mutual funds, big investment guys are having faith on Bitcoin. People agnostic with this technology is investing on Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. So I'm not saying go crazy and sell everything you own and buy cryptocurrencies. I'm not saying that. Please don't take it. Take everything I said with a grain of salt. Right now, what I say is an educated guess to pull a small portion, a portion that you are willing to lose, and it's not gonna make great difference in the grand scheme of things. To just allocate something on Bitcoin, it will be wise. That's all I'm saying. And if Peter Schiff listen to this, he's gonna he's gonna bash me out. But by the way, Peter, if you're listening to this, big fan of your stuff. So, but regardless, I still believe gold is a better defensive investment strategy against higher inflation. I speak a lot about inflation in this podcast. Please go to previous episodes. And finally, I'm gonna leave with this note. I don't know what the hell's going on and what is going to happen, but the pretty talking heads on CNBC, on Bloomberg, the masters of the universe, the big talkers with the nice suits and everything, they don't know shit either. Let's see what happens. So that will be all for this week. Hope you enjoy it. We'll see you next week. Bye bye. Take care.